What lie has the enemy told you? You see, there are more than one ways that the enemy can speak to you. The enemy can speak to you through people. Somebody might come to you and say that you cannot do this, you cannot do that, you will not have this, or you will not have that. Or a thought might comes to your mind and says, you can do this, you can do that, you can have this, you can have that. It's a lie. I have a word for you today. It comes from James 4, verse 7 and 8. In that verse, it says, resist the enemy, he will flee from you. Draw near to God, and he will draw near to you. My friends, my sisters, my brothers, you can do anything. That's what God says. You can do anything. Resist the enemy. However, he might come to you, refuse to believe him. Refuse to believe people who are so negative. They come to you to discourage you. If you're trying to do something good, something positive, people might tell you, you can do this, you can do that. If you're trying to have something, they will say, oh, you can have this, you can have that. No, who is at work? It's the enemy working through them to discourage you. Don't allow anybody to discourage you to do what you want to do, to have what you want to have. Don't allow any negative things stop you from doing anything. The enemy is a liar. A lot of people don't understand how the enemy takes authority over them. If you agree when the enemy says something to you, let's say a thought comes to you saying you will lose your house, you will lose your car, you will die. Don't agree with it. If you agree with the thought that says these negative things, that's how you give the enemy authority over you. If you give the enemy authority over you, he will do whatever he wants to do. My friends, resist the enemy. How do you resist and when do you resist? You resist the enemy when the thought comes, when people come. Whatever negativity that comes to you through your mind or through people, refuse to believe it. Say, you can have this. No, I will have it. You can go there. Yes, I will go there. Always believe the opposite of what the thought says, the opposite of what the people will say to you. Do not give the enemy authority over you. Don't be depressed. Why are you worried? Don't be depressed. The thought comes to you, you believe it, you begin to worry, and you get depressed. My friends, my sisters, my brothers, stop believing the enemy. Don't allow the enemy to steal from you. Don't allow the enemy to destroy you or to kill you. With God, you can do anything. Jesus says that you can do anything through me. Begin to believe what the word of God says. Resist the enemy. Resist the enemy so that he can flee from you. Draw near to God and he will draw near to you. When you agree with the word of God, when the negativity comes to you, you refuse to believe it. You stop the enemy from doing his job. When you believe the positivities, when you believe the good things, that's how you allow God to work for you and you stop the enemy from working against you. I am leaving you with this word from James 4 verse 7 and 7 and 8. Resist the enemy, he will flee from you. If you don't agree, if you don't say yes to what he says to you, you stop him, you disarm him. He has no power. He has no power when you refuse to say what he says to you, when you refuse to do what he says to you to do. You disarm him. You stop him from working against you. He has no power if you say yes, if you say no. Let's say someone comes to you and say do this, you say no, I am not doing it. You stop that person from you stop that person from controlling you. But if if someone comes to you saying do this, you do it, he will come again to for you to say something else. He will come again trying to control you. But if from the first time he comes to you or she comes to you saying do this, do that, he will not come again. That's what you should do with the enemy. When the enemy says do this, no, I'm not doing it. Just like kids, you're not my mommy, you're not my daddy, I'm not doing it. My friends, you can resist the enemy. You can stop the enemy from controlling your life. You can make the enemy stay away from you. Starting right now, resist the enemy. Whenever a thought comes to you saying you can do this, you can do that, you won't have this, you won't have that, your children will be vagabond, delinquent, no, 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 no. But if you agree, he will keep on telling you this is that, that is that, that is that. You need to resist the enemy so that he can flee from you, and then God will draw near to you. My friends, starting right now, I don't know what lies have the enemy already told you and you believe them. Stop. Stop. The enemy is not your mama or your papa. Don't do what the enemy says. Don't go where the enemy tells you to go. Don't allow him to have a power over you. That's how the enemy has power over people, but a lot of people don't understand. If he tells you to do this, you do it. He has power over you because he tells you to do something and you do it. Believe me, he will come again to tell you do something else or go somewhere else. Stop believing the enemy. Refuse to believe the enemy. Resist the enemy. The enemy is not your friend. He comes to steal what you have, to destroy what you have, and then to kill you. Resist the enemy, and he will flee from you.